I now have my fancy smashy computer.
Are y'all both here?
I
Yeah,
just, I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming. Okay, now I'm here.
you're fucking saying you're ready and you're not ready.
Well, I just said I got my computer. I never said I was ready.
Okay. So how do you want me to just like kind of like watch a little bit of each person, or do you have something specific in mind?
For them, each side, Daddy Bear, J Rod, and Helen. Okay, but do I? Okay, but do I? Do I need?
Yeah, yeah. He doesn't know how Helen plays.
I'm kind of, despite the fact that we don't have to go. Ishi doesn't. He's weird because he's not bad, but he's not that strong. I personally feel like J Rod and Daddy are better main tanks than Ishi is, which is weird because they typically don't always play main tanks, but he does. I don't know. He's like predictable almost. Which
I'm gonna be backing up it a lot, so.
yeah.
Okay.
Like Steve the fight.
Okay. Um. Well, I don't think they're on as good, so that's good for you guys.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, obviously it's just one fight, but
She's aiming at the ground like a lot. She takes forever to fire.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's been killed.
Yeah.
Over, I think. They
You
were having
guys then.
problems not through. Yeah.
Okay, let's watch this guy.
Bears. McCree seems to panic a lot.
Yeah. He seems more aware than other people on his team, but he doesn't have the execution to, like, pull it off. Right?
And also him looking around, him, look, him looking around for Rich and AJ constantly also means he's not doing
Yeah,
all the damage in the
that's
local.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
see, and that's what I'm thinking is, like, for instance, like what happened first fight is that, like, Mantis dove Bear on high ground, right? And
Mm-hmm.
Sai, left to go peel. Um, and their Ana isn't good enough to really, like, help Rhine enough. So, like, Sai isn't there to help their Rhine and isn't there to help their Ana. And their Ana's gonna die to, like, easy shit like spam, because he's standing behind Rhine. So I think, like, running the flanker, right, and then some sort of just, like, really heavy brawl damage or spam would be really strong. Because the diva can pressure hit scan or people they have on high ground. Gojo, whoever on a flanker can, like, run in and fuck with their backline and just kind of pressure various people. And both Bear and Sai are going to be so split that, like, the rest of the team's gonna fall apart.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. Yeah, I did feel like this game specifically did feel a little weird. Again, map 3, they had issues, so we
Mm-hmm.
had to place people around. Like, they did have Sky, map 1, 2, and first half of 3, but he was having issues, so this is the 6 that they ran pretty much the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because I'm pretty sure J-Rod plays tank specifically. I have seen him on healer before, but I think he usually plays tank as well. So I say we pay attention for him, because if he plays healer, we know. But I wouldn't, like, rely on it 100% of the time.
Yeah. I want to keep watching. John Dress is that good?
They're really far away fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, their supports just play too close.
It's that aggressive mentality from before where they just kind of go without thinking.
Yeah.
Which means their positioning is terrible, which we can exploit.
Yeah, I think their healers straight up die to just, like, basic spam. Or, again, like a McCree stun or something.
They either die to spam or they take so much damage from the spam that they die not too far after.
I also do think this means, maybe not on, Koth, right? But, like, it depends on the payloads and stuff that they do. But when they run Brawl, they're not using speed really at the right times, and they're mostly amping for heals. So that means that you guys can get away with not running a Lucio if you want, right? Because they're not really using it to like engage super hard, which means that you guys can get away with running like Bap Zen instead, and put even more pressure on like their Rhine and break his shield that much faster and fuck him that much faster, while like the rest of his team is getting like pulled apart. So I think Zen would actually be like really fucking gross. Because of like the way that they're using speed, because like that's always the issue with running like brawl v brawl, and one team has a Lucio and one team doesn't, because they can just like speed on the enemy for free and they can't run away, but like they're just kind of sitting here with it.
Noted.
See, just a wasted out. I wanted to go back to Daddy.
Would you say it like that?
Well, I don't know what all their names are. You're the one that made it weird, alright?
The second time of this game where like he goes all the way around, which
Yeah.
I can understand why, because if he's my mindset is like,
I mean,
no.
Yeah, Junkrat's not great on this one.
No, but like it's meant like he doesn't want to be with his team. He's being pushed. He wants to be in like a different angle, so like we have to look for it rather than we know where he is. But he's taking so long that we get picked before he can do anything. And
Yeah.
if he doesn't even a fight out, it's useless.
I mean, that's what I noticed about Rialto, is he's either, again, like the supports, he's either like right behind the tanks, always, or he is like, taking like a really long flank for a tire, right? You don't lose this, right? You don't lose this?
That last fight, we just didn't kill the Rhine or the Tracer. We were all low because we lost the heroes early.
Yeah.
It's like one of those things where like focus fire is just not. It's there, and then it's just not.
Mm-hmm.
And it's moments like this where like if we clean it up, we'll be better.
Oh, yeah.
But, like we've noticed that we lose maps like this all the time, where like we win, we can be. Are also better than theirs, but we still lose because our healers get picked off too early, or it's too much chaos for everyone to slowly die because we can't handle one or two people for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mix of a lot of things.
I want to see the May. Cat, what did you do to my lighter?
You wanted to play with it, clearly.
Okay. Mm-hmm. That's because he's focused on peeling, right? Like I said. And he either didn't hear or didn't notice that his team was dropping. So, like, just distracting them is the way to go. Like, you have to divert their focus.
We played Tracer on map 1 as well. It wasn't Rix, it was Julio, and both tracers, they didn't really know what to do. They really didn't like it when they had to look in two directions.
Yeah. Yep. That's the power of off angles. Interesting. Okay.
Oh, the windows were, is that what's interesting?
It hurt me. Oh, my lighter. I found it. Interesting. Oh, he said the line.
What line? What line gets your dick hurt, Strawberry? Please explain me.
It's the naughty list line.
Oh my fucking lord.
That's my favorite. Does Houdini block the shatter? Let's find out.
Why did that call me out? I'm not even playing the game right now because you just recorded and it's in the sector already. I don't like it.
Okay, so I also waste his matrix like a lot.
Yeah, this is the thing that I kind of have
Boost
trouble
up
with as
here.
well.
Yeah.
I
Try to
don't know how
boop
they did.
him.
I don't know how they didn't catch that we were
Nice.
rotating.
That was a good boop. Push Zarya. Follows up on the kill, but not really concerned with high ground. And he kills high ground.
I just like literally everything all at once. It's like both good and bad. Yeah, it's meant
Supposed to do
more
what?
like it.
Yes. The hard part about off tank is understanding what the best thing to do is in any given situation. Because you can do everything, but you can't do everything at once. So yeah, I mean, like in that situation, it's, you know, do I trust my Ryan to kill, like, the Lucio on the ground, or is the Hanzo, you know, a more important target, you know, so he doesn't kill the rest of my team, and it depends.
Oh, you're into a fucking wired ride to Spino around Strawberry, I tell you what. Huh?
What happens? I'm scared.
Courtesy of AJ.
What the fuck is this? Oh, you run chaos?
Yep.
Wow.
Just seeing my name under Hog makes me cringe, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay, what do we do about Farah? This is important. He's terrible with his matrix. Truly awful.
I'm using it a lot.
You guys are struggling with Tracer. Clean, no! Okay. He overextends for the kill. That's important.
Yeah, I called the shit out immediately.
You should write that down, John Jones. Yep.
Don't worry, Strawberry. It's not to spoil or anything, but trust me, our font gets better later.
We'll see.
You're in for a treat.
Chaos? It might work.
I mean, we played kind of shit, but
Yeah.
even
That's the
but
thing is, your people need to play well individually.
Mm-hmm.
But you can tell, like, with what he doesn't know what to focus on.
Yeah, I think a lot of them don't because like they're clearly their tracer wants to kind of go in the back, right? But you know we're all separated, and we can just quickly turn around and kind of like, you know, it's like I'm a hog and I'm like kind of looking for this tracer the entire game.
Yeah.
But just don't look at the strawberry. Don't. Just resetting anyway.
Okay, we switch. Good. AJ, why are you here by yourself? Why are we in? Pepper bomb, yeah. Yep. I'm gonna back it up a bunch.
Takes a licking. It's on tick. Never lied, I never done with your
Yeah. Poor plane.
Runs out of time. French gameplay from the Junkrat.
Yeah. What the fuck?
He's trying to hit the Farah.
I don't think he knows what he's doing.
He looks like he looks like he's trying to hit the Farah. I don't know why.
Thank you, Mantis, for finally pushing this man. Okay. Well, you didn't fucking... A while.
I wanted to kind of ask about Bear's Summer, because he's never really done it before,
Yeah.
but knowing that he can bring it out does bring some we didn't feel like he was that strong compared to most Summers I never choose, but again, just the fact that he can bring it out is alarming.
I'm out of here. Mucho mejor. See you later.
Yeah. He's gone from the fight for too long.
I don't know why he's so far away. That's so.
Oh no, wait for the EMP.
What the fuck is that?
He panicked.
I know he EMP there, but he's so high up.
He was trying to hit the Pharah, and he panicked.
Ya estoy lista para ese cambio. Ahorita regreso.
The Pharah should be dead.
Miss me?
Yeah.
We all make mistakes.
Mrs. Monkey's okay when he's with me because I make the calls. 'Cause he doesn't fucking communicate when he jumps in.
He does not communicate when he
He
jumps
doesn't.
in.
Like I'm like we trying to run double bubble to compensate for it, and then I stumped the ball because we needed to stall and I stuck with it. Basically help him kill, and I basically told him when to go in, when to not. I call for primal here. Okay, get these motherfuckers.
Nice.
And I think in this tier it could still work like that, but I think in higher tiers against higher tier teams, we would suffer if Mantis doesn't call who's on all the time.
Yeah, comms are something you gotta work on for sure.
Yep. It's more of like, if I'm not running something that can go with him, or I'm not in, who the fuck's gonna tell Mantis what to do?
Mm-hmm.
And I realistically shouldn't be the one telling what to do. I'm the off tank in this situation. I'm the ball.
So something else I notice is that both supports use their cooldowns like immediately, like instantly, the moment they get hit. At least these two supports. So again, if you just pressure them a little, right? Whether it's like with like long range poke or Farah, you know, or junk or whatever, and you just kind of pressure them a bit, like they're going to use those cooldowns like really quickly, and then y'all just go in really aggressive after, right? So that could be something that helps with your tempo a little bit. Like, you know, don't go like don't just go and face fuck them, you know, from the get-go. Just, you know, push a little tentatively, put some pressure on them, and then once they use those cooldowns, like just hit them really hard. And that's where speed would come into play and be really effective. Because, you know, like we saw with watching Helen and now with J-Rod, Helen uses amp for both speed or heals like immediately in the fight, even when they're not even actually engaged in a fight. Just if they lose a little bit of damage, and right there, like before they even really go in, and again, like his team is healthy, you know, like he just pops his burst heal. I think I've seen Immort before, like on the other points, you know, put down early and things like that, or like whenever he played Ana, you know, his nades and his sleeps, he just kind of like threw just to see if he'd get something. It wasn't really with purpose. So, yeah, I mean, I think that's something else that you guys can abuse for sure. It's just the same comment I have for all of their squishies, that they're either too far away, like their DPS, for instance, play sometimes too far away, or they're way too close to the tanks. So either, again, you're playing, you know, like a 6v5 always, or they're really, really vulnerable, you know, because they're clumped. Which is, again, why I think, like, running, like a junk or a Pharah with, you know, Tracer, or, like, maybe a soldier that's taking off angles, you know, something that can kind of divert their attention with D.Va, while, again, like we talked about last time, having, like, the junk or the Pharah or just heavy spam, you know, is kind of hitting their front line. Maybe Hanzo. I think that y'all both divert their attention and bully the squishies that are standing there.
Sounds about right.
Okay. Is there anyone else we want to see specific? And we can go to, I mean, if we want to do the 1v1 thing, we can look at other maps if you guys want. Or the one-on-one things, individual perspectives. I don't know if that's everything you wanted, Jandros.
Well, I mean, if you guys are down, we can, but both of the matches we've looked so far, we haven't looked at Skyripper at all.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, was I definitely wanted to see him.
We can...
I have it.
Yeah,
Houdini gave me all of them.
The plan was to do all 5, but we decided to just do 3, which is fine. But yeah, map 1, which is Lee.
I mean, this is fine just for looking at, like, what they're doing, you know?
Yeah. And we were also, like I said, we were
C-K-H. Yes. That's true. What? Map 1 didn't work.
What do you mean map 1 didn't work? Oh, what the fuck?
What the fuck do you mean? What do I mean?
I just saw on stream, Strawberry, my fault.
Oh, I did type it on stream. That's funny. I forgot about that.
Well, shit. I don't think I'm pretty sure I do not have the code anymore.
I mean, this is what you sent me.
I know, and I'm pretty sure I thought it was right. My fault.
Oh, it loaded the second time I tried it.
Oh, well then, what the fuck?
I don't know.
What did you type in wrong, Strawberry?
I don't fucking know. Watch it back.
Alright, well, I'm waiting for it. It hasn't happened yet because we're delayed. Oh, I see it now. Alright. Maybe panic for nothing.
Let's shoot for a new high score.
Same people except Sky's in for.
Yeah,
and
Sky's
then
on DPS this time and Bear's on support.
yeah, and Bear's on support.
I forgot that Bear went to support.
Oh, this will be good. We can see their sim strats. Yeah. Into the window.
Also, we are also running Coolio on DPS this time.
Wow, he instantly died.
If I saw his ass and went for
What
it.
the fuck?
I feel like this isn't. I feel like this isn't the only time where Sky on Symmetra pushes out by himself. I don't feel like this is the first time he's done it, because I feel like this happens a lot where when we go against Silver, we cross the Symmetra because she goes first, I go first,
Yeah.
and she just pushed, so I just push her. Like, real Ryan is just now coming in, and Sky is already half half health.
Oh my god, yeah, their Rhine is so far behind. Yeah, okay. So that's something else I wanted to mention about both the Rhine and I guess now we're noticing with Sky. And we'll see if Sky adjusts this as time goes on. But with the Rhine at least I've noticed that he's more passive, right?
Yes.
Like it's not
Yes,
that
he
he
is.
doesn't swing, because he does. But he definitely looks I don't know how else to explain it except that he looks uncomfortable, you know?
Scared.
It looks like he's not like a Rhine player, or at least not a natural
He's not
born Rhine.
He's not confident that he could. Wow, thanks for the compliment, but I know it wasn't completely directed to me, but I appreciate it.
No, I think Houdini has that energy. You have to have that energy as Rhine. You also have it, John Dros. You know,
You have to have the energy of just like this space is mine.
yeah.
Fuck off.
That's why I'm not a good Reinhardt. I don't have that energy. And this Rhine looks really uncomfortable. He's very unsure of himself. He has small PP energy. The sim like. This works if his Rhine's there, you know, because like he's getting on point first, so it's aggressive. But like if they can get away with it, then they get turrets up first, right? And you know they start getting damage down. So yeah, I mean this is just like bad timing on both of their parts, right?
And I think this Necroc also came directly after, so the DPS dropped down first before either supports or their tanks came out.
Yeah. I want to know it. I want to know who he bubbles here. He did it again.
What did Sai do again? What did he do?
Nothing.
Oh, wait a minute. They're like 2,000 coins to run for 1 second.
Okay, so we bubble Lucio. Yeah, people were to send this way.
He wanted to get the Reinhardt, I think.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Okay. We're gonna watch. I went too far. There we go. We'll watch the Junkrat. This is the shit that I have to do whenever I fucking... whenever I do team VODs for you guys. I'm like, okay, well what happened here? Alright, well this person fucked up. Why? What about this person? I go through everyone's perspectives to figure out what happened.
Wait, I'm sorry, hold on. Did Danny throw a fucking... What was with the mine before he...
I don't know. Yeah.
Huh. I mean, if he gets it off, it's very cheeky, but...
Okay, what about BAP? Did we not have Immor? Or is it too
He
fast? He
does use it. He uses it. He uses it at the gate, I believe. Like right underneath where TP was. The doorway.
Too late. Yep, he gets stunned. Yeah. Okay. Do they try it again? How? Okay. I'm gonna scream at y'all. How did y'all not kill this fucking TP? Too late. That's something that I noticed with you guys. Especially, like, okay, on, like, 2CP, right? I'm thinking Hanamura. You know, there's been times where we're like taking first point and they have a sim and we finally clear it and we're like, yeah, woohoo, it's over. And then just TP back. Ugh.
You think we should probably focus our attention on the TP
I mean, it's just like...
cleaning up?
Yeah, like, it's definitely not, like, your first priority, right? Like, you know, you need to go in there and put damage in and make sure you win that fight.
Right.
But,
yeah.
like, you know, yeah, the moment that one person's left, right? Like, even, like, Lucio's left or something, as long as they're not too scary, or, you know, let's just say the fight's over, then, yeah, I mean, people need to shoot it. You have to make sure you kill it. And that's just for any time they have a sim, you know? I mean... Again, whenever, like, it's just a habit at this point. Whenever I see a sim played on Hanamura, after I take first, I break off, or whenever first is being taken and we've killed enough people, I break off and I kill TP. Because, like, that wins fights, you know?
Yeah.
But anyway, it doesn't really matter here, but... Yeah, I've heard he does flanky sim things. But he's not really doing anything this fight.
Death is an illusion.
Feels like I perfected the art of Ryan on this point. Is that even a phrase I can say? And I just felt really good on this point specifically on Ryan now. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm. He's too early. Yeah. Okay. Your supports really use their cooldowns too early. Obviously it doesn't matter so much when what's-his-face is in Cloud, because Cloud is a great support. Oh, he got pooped in. That sucks. And what was Sky doing?
I think. Doing some weird shenanigans.
Not Sky, I meant Sai.
Oh. This is the very first time I've seen Silent Zarya, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah. He looks uncomfortable on Zarya. Yeah.
Yep. Looks like he kind of has like the mentality of like he wants to do everything with what he can do. Like he's looking around everywhere.
Well, that's fine. It's where he's standing. Especially like when he uses bubble. That's kind of the issue with a lot of Zarya players when they start as diva. Is they die a lot because they don't have like the get out of jail free button. And you only have, you know, I mean, I guess two. You have two buttons, two cooldowns that like save you and a teammate. So you can peel like you would as a diva, but it's different. You know, like you have to choose. You can't just like flutter and, you know, spam DM and occasionally eat random bits of damage and feel good about yourself. Like you choose and that's your decision for the next 8 minutes or 8 seconds, 8 minutes. That's it. That's the only person you can bubble.
And you better hope you get fucking shards to do DPS and the down low or else you ain't doing shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good grab. Kill the turd, it's on the floor. Please. It's on the floor. Thank you.
What are you rooting for Nova for? What's going on here?
I'm not rooting for them, I just need them to, oh my god, it just stresses me out. He's spinning in a circle and it's clearly attached to his ass and I just don't understand.
Okay, what the fuck? Alright, Ish, careful.
Good forward. He just swings, that's fine. Yeah, nothing special there.
He's swinging way too fucking far though. I mean, I don't think it mattered right then and there, but
Yeah.
you really want to have like minimum downtime when you swing. You don't want to be standing still, but you want to be very quick. I know what he's doing. I do it all the time, but he's like very slow with it, so he's not maximizing his DPS in range. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because minimum range is 5 meters, but if you swing and turn, it's 7.5. He's not really doing either.
Like, okay, why is he the person checking that off angle? or like you know, like he's checking the flank angle, you know. It's like it's like he's a support, you know, or you know, an off tank, right? Or like, you know, for whatever reason, like a, you know, McCree that's back there or something. Like literally anyone else but your main tank. How did Mantis even get in?
He just said, "Fuck it, I'm a grab here." Yep.
Oh.
Oh, we were rotating right, and then I made the call to push in for Mantis to grab here, and then he went left. And we got fucking exploded by junk. Also, not to mention that this entire time since we've had Sky and Farah, Rich has been really trying to like, hey, we gotta all go after this Farah, which I told him, our comp can't, not everyone on our comp can really deal with the Farah.
Yeah. And Kirby.
Yeah, and Kirby. Well, I mean, another thing's also, Rich was, I think if you look at Sky or look at Rich, you can see that Rich is trying to shoot Sky, which means our damage. Yeah, it means our damage on front line.
Yeah, I'll watch Ritz after I watch Sky. That's a good point.
I don't think he did it all
I
the
noticed.
time,
Does he kill him?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I mean,
No,
it's because Sky picked a fight with him. Yeah, that's the thing I noticed with Gojo. Is, I mean, there's times where, like, when I watched Joel's Nambani game, when I was doing VODs for, like, Ritz and Banana at the time, like, they do their jobs flipped. Like, Banana was shooting tanks a lot as, like, soldier, and soldiers, you know, like a precision DPS, and Ritz was, you know, Ritz was the one that was, like, trying to focus squishies, and that's not how it should be. Sometimes you can you know, do either, right, with those people, but, like, you have to know your overarching job. And while it's fun if you can kill a pharmacy, it's not your job. Like, he's just standing inside of your team right now for free. I don't understand how this man's not dead. Oh my god. Yeah, let's see it, Banana. Come on. The Fairland's right in front of you. I know she does.
Backs up so far.
Why would you wait so long to flash her? Oh my god. Not that it matters.
Yeah, that was... I mean,
Questionable.
I didn't say it map 1 or in game because I'm trying not to be a dick as you taught me with my leadership. But I'm like, I didn't say it, but it felt like Banana wasn't doing his part with Farah.
No, he doesn't know how to play DPS, and Ritz is just feeding here too. Like, neither of them are doing anything decent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I haven't watched this.
I feel like we probably would have done much better, even if Banana wasn't on point with the Farah. If Rich was on their team to deal with Junkrat and their tanks,
yes,
me and Mantis wouldn't get blown up as much.
I think fair is fine. If they're not running a like a hit scan, like, you can just spam from the outside here, like where Helen's standing right now, just like around the point, and do whatever you want. I mean, literally no one can touch you, you know? Yeah. And I mean, if you're decent at aiming and you're not that far away, because you don't have to be, like, again, you can get away with anything. So I think fair is fine here. He's just not putting damage where he needs to put damage, you know? Like, he needs to just... Yeah, he just needs to focus the tanks. And I don't know if it's because he doesn't trust his other DPS to deal with it, or, you know, if he just wants to, like, try to big dick the pharmacy. But either way, like, you know, the rest of their team isn't taking damage. You know.
Well, actually, you say pharmacy, Sky's are only far, and we have the pharmacy.
Oh, yeah, and you're right.
That's much worse. I think that's what makes this worse. Is the Far's actually by herself constantly. She doesn't have any help other than maybe Sai, I think, occasionally. Meanwhile, Ritz has Clean and Mantis to help him if he gets in trouble. So at that point, the 2v3, he should be winning that. But again, he's going after the Far when he shouldn't be.
Does the bear play support or DPS more?
I think he's recovering DPS.
Okay.
I've seen him play DPS a bit more, but I think they wanted... I feel like when they run Daddy and Sky, they put him support, but I've noticed that Bear's like...
Rialto?
Yeah, he did.
What do I keep
I've noticed
things?
I've noticed that Sky typically is in most of the time, and then Daddy and Bear kind of like rotate. And Bear is much more of like hit scan flex. Daddy is again more just Junkrat and some occasional thing, and then Sky is also that weird flex projectile specifically.
Oh, that was scary.
I think I already know why we got so slow. I don't know what it is, but Clean doesn't like amp speeding out of spawn sometimes, and I don't know why. I understand it if it's like attack on any other mode, but on control, the point is to get there fast. And I know for a fact it wasn't because Rex took too long. I'm pretty sure Clean just didn't amp speed.
Let's find out.
Now remember before when we were running...
amps.
It does see. Does
Yep.
he? Right.
Okay, so they get there faster.
Yeah, but now, okay, if the E of speed is I'm confused. I'm just a little confused by that then. It must have been a TP thing then.
Okay, whoever's watching it needs to mute it, please, because I can hear it. Thank you.
I mean, I'm watching it too, but you're muted. I don't want to hear your voice twice.
Yeah, I don't want to hear my voice. Yeah.
It has to be a TP thing, I think. It is a TP thing, it is. I just looked.
Yeah.
I saw the corner of my eye how, because you can see where they go, it is a TP thing. Never mind, leave cleans and clear. It felt like we were slower, so I don't know why.
No,
But
I mean, like, Clean amped immediately. So it had to be TP.
It was retro TP then, alright.
I mean, and that's fixable.
Yeah, it is.
Also, I would assume if you're going to do a sim strat that you'd put Jontress in, so...
Again, experimenting with all these maps, so some people were doing things that maybe we do other people for, but again, we didn't really care how well we performed, and but really it was more of like, what does Nova do, and how can they react when we swap things around? More of what my goal was, and I think we succeeded that.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Oh, Mantis could have gotten out, I think. Sucks.
I want to talk about this point. This point is when we got kind of... This is when the egos of Mantis, Banana, and Red started to show really harshly. They got better, I think, as this room went on, but... The three of them were arguing with me, which annoyed the hell out of me. I'm like, fuck it, you want to do it? Do it.
I wouldn't play them together. Look at the Rhine's ult charge compared to yours.
I know,
Like,
it's great, ain't it?
like his is just, yeah, he's so passive,
I,
and
I,
Mantis
I,
clearly hasn't gotten a lot of value either.
does he? I wonder. I mean, I haven't paid too much attention because I mean, I am not. I'm looking at whoever we're on, but I don't. I wonder if is he time striking at all?
Is
Because
he?
that entire like ish like, and he
Uh,
is, but like, is he hitting him? Is he getting value out of using it?
no, he plays back. Like he's not playing in the corner. You know,
Yeah,
like there's a reason why on the previous map he was able to be in a spot where he could check the flank. It's because he's playing back.
yeah.
So y'all just get space for free, you know?
Yep.
Which again means, like, I think this will be really good because, I mean, you can, definitely I think you can run Lucio on some maps. It's also good because, I mean, you can run Lucio and it's kind of like they don't have one, so, I mean, you're getting extra value out of Lucio. But yeah, like on Rialto maybe, like you could technically run, it depends on who's in, you know, if they run double shield again, it doesn't really matter. But, you know, if he's playing Rhine on maps like that, you can run Zen, and his Rhine just explodes.
By the time, yeah, yeah, he gets the Zen Orb and I'm already there, so he challenges me spots.
Yeah. Go, Queen, go. That was brutal.
It gets better. Next round, I swear.
Yeah, it's hard to... it is hard to say what they're doing well and not when they're just rolling you guys.
I may or may not have yelled at them, like around us to get their shit together. Because I could feel just like me, Queen, and Kirby just didn't feel comfortable with the Mantis 2-layer Mantis decision, so I'm like, use the fucking plan, you're gonna stick with it.
Oh wow, you just died instantly.
Yes, I did. I don't know why, kind of why we didn't go in when I pushed in, because me and Queen called the push, and we separate.
Yeah. Yeah, this is why you guys are just pushing in for free against Junk Sim. Because A, their Rhine is a pussy, and B, they're not actually speeding onto you guys. Like they're not playing Brawl, you know? I mean maybe that's why they play like they played double shield even on attack, you know, on Rialto. Like they don't look like a Brawl team.
Well, they've always done that. They've done that since the beginning of the season. They always do that. So I think it's a map specific thing rather than like.
Yeah, obviously it's a map specific thing. But like, I mean, you can also, I mean, on Rialto, for instance, if you think about it, like, it's good for double shield, but it's also good for Brawl. It just depends on your preference, right?
Yeah.
Tier 3 typically, I mean, most teams are going to run Brawl. You know, and it's fine that they don't run it. But I think that like it looks like they prefer it so much that when they do decide to run it, say on Koth, it's just not as good.
Oh
Um,
no, they run Brawl 80% of the time though. It isn't just a control thing. They ran it on Hanamura, they did it on
I mean
Hollywood
the
as
reason
well.
could be different. I mean that's fine, you know. But
Yeah,
their Brine looks their brawl looks weaker for sure because they're passive. I think that I mean I don't. Thinking about the other points, like they weren't really super aggressive. I mean, they were just getting picks on you guys, you know. Um,
it's more the damage of overwhelming us rather than them pushing into us.
yeah, yeah. I think if y'all's on gardens for sure. I think if your damage was coming in the right areas, you know, I think that you guys would have struggled less. Um, yeah, and just kind of put pressure on their team. Attack from different angles. And then when you can push in aggressive, just do it. Don't let them dictate how the fight's going.
I will fight. I will lead us to victory.
Why is he so far back? Oh man. Make sure that your damage is being put in the right areas, right? This is
Like,
obviously most important for our DPS heroes. You know, understanding if you're like, you know, the main source of like damage slash spam and you're just breaking open their team, or if you're, you know, supposed to be like, you know, precision based, like focusing specific targets, you know, like you're cleaning up kills because it's important to have both. And you know that the people who are doing those things should be doing them, right? Like fair is spam, clearly. That was the big thing. So, I mean, if your damage is in the right areas, and I also mentioned again, you know, utilizing off angles against them, you know, kind of like what you guys did on Busan, right? Like that was obviously a lot better. And having, you know, a diva, the tracer, you know, whoever, you know, to kind of like pick at them from different sides or someone on high ground. It diverts their focus and it forces them to kind of choose, and they choose wrong. Ryan doesn't even hold choke.
no, he I don't know what it is, but he's always felt
That's okay.
really fucking
This is
passive and
important.
predictable. And it's fucking, I don't know, he freaks me out, man. He's a weird man. Passive Reinhardts freak me out because they're weird. And I'm gonna be honest, I think passive Reinhardts get me more than aggressive Reinhardts because I'm like, what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah. It's a good beat. Yeah.
Because he gets the point, so it's not over just yet.
Yeah. Yeah. Now it's just kind of compiling it and coming up with, you know, again, comps and, you know, other things that we're kind of wanting to run. Like we should figure out, first thing really we should do is figure out like, you know, our best maps, right? And preparation for this because we can prepare for this game and our next game and just kind of work on things on those maps in general. And then we can kind of tailor it to Nova later. So one of the things I want to work on is like how we use our ults, right? Part of that is, yeah, part of that's determining how a fight is winnable, right? Is it winnable? And why? And what ult you should use in that case. And then, you know, just basically timing, you know. So we can work on that. I'd like to, yeah, again, kind of work on everyone's job and sort of like what each person is kind of focusing on. Because, I mean, it's always very similar, right? Like an off tank, peels and helps focus down the DPS with one of the DPS, and the other DPS is helping the tank, and, yada, yada, yada. It's always very similar. But I think the ult thing is going to be really important. Is that good?
I think that kind of does sum everything up. More of what we gotta do, and what we've gathered.
Okay, cool. Yeah, send me your notes.